My friends.
I heard they checking for me, no one checking on me, so I had to go run up a check. I got the message, homie, ain't no flexing on me. My attorney gon' call and collect. Blessings on blessings for me, my successes only made them envious, they got upset. I had to put all their egos in check. I want the money, the power, respect, and I heard you know so.
Ma, the Modelo! The Modelo, Ma!
Like my family, so they go pretend that they cool till they bust at your motherfucking chest. I'm getting gutter, my flow been like butter, my check in the bank. They see the number. All of my haters feel one of two ways. Really upset or they show some respect. I can't even think about it. I've been up, so read about it. No beat around it, straight to it, no ring around it. You coming for me, we'll see about it. We'll never see it when I get my feet up. 100 meters where I run the fee up. And go from king and nine, I'm on a pia. I had to re-up on a reel, so you stay the feeder. And put it back into the bit, cause I don't really need it. I heard they checking for me, no one checking on me, so I had to go run up a check. I got the message, homie, ain't no flexing on me. My attorney gon' call and collect. Blessings on blessings for me, my successes only made them envious, they got upset. I had to put all their egos in check. I had to put all their egos in check. You're not entitled to anything else. I get 10 years of this under my belt. Your art is an art, they don't feel it, and nobody hears it. And this should just stay on the shelf. Your ego done got in the way. It gotta die today. It gotta go. You should be happy I lighten the load. The weight of your arrogance, heavy as stone. I make an appearance, they already know. That chip on your shoulder gon' crumble and fold, yeah. It's not a secret that you have been fearing the shit that I'm on. So you back to the brag and the boast. But I'm in a class of my own. I heard they checking for me, no one checking on me, so I had to go run up a check.
Does this work anymore? I'm not even sure if the microphone even works anymore. I see there's green bars, so that must mean that there's audio. I have an almost drink beer. This was supposed to only be a 1 beer stream. We're on 2 beers before we even got started. There may or may not have been an ingestion of a gummy fuck, let me try that again. There may or may not have been a gummy ingested pre-stream. I don't know. But we're just going to go with that. That's how sometimes it can be. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, degenerates of all ages, welcome back to Drone Brews! It feels good. We're back for season across the 4. I lost count. We lost count. We lost count. But either way, we're going to make the most of it, losing count. We have a lot to discuss because it has been a little bit of time. I think it's been since March. The last time we did this was March. Yeah, March. I think March 19th was the last time we streamed. So wow, March, April, May, June, July, August. Holy shit, it's been almost 6 months. Oh, man. Wow. Anyways, thank you each and every one of you for sticking with it. This is going to be a shit show, I assure you. But anyways, as we used to do or still do, let's jump into the chat and greet the people. We got Texas Arc Drone Guy, Erica Show, Big Orange Drone Flyer. We got Beetle Bailey. We got Mr. Eduardo Nunez gracing us with his wonderful presence. Dover Drone Photography says it's about flipping time. You're right. It's been way too long. Got Matt Bagwell. He's still a member of the Brew Crew. Thank you, Matt, for being a gracious member of the Brew Crew. I do appreciate that. Moon Mulling, Drone Brews is back live, featuring the original Dobo, Mr. Ken Dono. Thank you so much for being here. Sam Lepore at the shore, New Jersey's #1 real estate agent. It's a free promo. It's fine. Go buy a house from him before Ron Brown does. Got Point of View Aerial Photography, Some Drone Guy, North Side Hawk. How's it going? Good to see you. Easyheimer. Where's Eddie at? Eddie's at home. He's preparing for vacation number 4. I don't know. Eddie doesn't barely work. He just like pretends he does. Let's see. We got Brad Henderson. Good to see you, man. Always good to see you. We got Paul in the chat. Good to see you, sir. Nice to have you back. Lauren's in the chat. Trini Weeks in the chat. Flyby Photography with the $1.99 super chat. Haven't seen one of those in a hot minute. Thank you so much, sir. Much appreciate it. Let's celebrate their 5th super on live stream. That is your 5th super on live stream. That is so cool that the lots changed apparently. Awesome to see. And if there's anybody I missed, I see Lucas Pohl. We got, let's see, H4 Services LLC. Good to see you. George Kelly, how's it going? Johnny Sager. Thank you so much, everybody in the chat. Good to see all of you. There's 45 of you out there right now. 18 likes. Be sure to hit that like button if you could for me. That's always amazing. All right. So, man, a lot has changed from me specifically, and even in the drone industry itself since the last time we streamed. It seems like the drone industry is ever evolving and moving at warp speed, whether it be good, bad, or indifferent. The last time we spoke, you can still buy DJI products, albeit marked up. You could still buy products, somewhat available. Yeah, for whatever was in stock at Amazon or other. Now it appears that, lots out of stock. A lot of us are scrambling, or most of us are probably contemplating the hobby. But I think that if you be patient, good things will come to those that are patient. So that's all I can say about that. But for us in America, I would just urge you to be super patient, that things are going to get much better very soon for many of us. With that being said, I did recently buy the Sky Rover X1. Pretty stoked about that little drone. I was looking for a Mini 4 Pro, and I ended up picking that up. I figure that's a good replacement to the Mini 4 Pro. I ended up giving a former employee, well, not really an employee, a former contractor, a drone. And I needed to replace that little guy. So I ended up picking up the Sky Rover because it's the only thing available. And it's the only thing available at an affordable cost of I think I got a Fly More for like $800 or so. So that'll be interesting to see how that is. I've seen a lot of great things. I mean, at the end of the day, it is a Mini 4 Pro, so it should perform excellent. So I'm super stoked about that. I am missing right now still. The Mavic 4 Pro is still in possession of Pilot Institute. So hopefully that'll be making its way back to me soon. Hopefully not too soon. Well, hopefully not too late this month because I won't be here. But hopefully that gets back soon. I have a couple of more videos with the Mavic 4 Pro. Although I don't think there's a lot of interest in the Mavic 4 Pro. It's super expensive. I didn't really feel like it hit the same note as the Mavic 3. A lot of people may argue that point, but I don't feel like it is as great of an upgrade as it felt on paper. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it could be, it just feels like a bit of a letdown for me, unfortunately. I've been wanting to make a video about that because I still find myself every single day grabbing my Air 3S. I love that drone. If I could buy another Air 3S, if I could find another one available, I would absolutely snag another Air 3S. I would never fly the Mavic 4 Pro if I had it my way. Let's sing another verse of Skydio Sucks. They've been pretty quiet, Skydio. Skydio's been relatively quiet. I haven't seen much of anything from them. Good, bad, or indifferent. Haven't seen anything. JC Smooth, thanks for taking the time to give some of us free knowledge. Yeah, man, absolutely. Anytime I can give back to anybody, I'll definitely do that. Only Lon has interest in the Mavic 4 Pro. Lon's a weird guy. He loves this thing. He loves he loves to have the latest and greatest. And the reality is you can get great results out of the Air 3S. You can get great results out of the Air 3. I see no reason to purchase the Mavic 4 Pro. I have no desire, like I said, to operate it. For what I do, it just sucks. It is slow. I use point of interest a lot where I'm using active track, or it's not really active track. I'm basically just tracing the home, locking it on. And it takes forever for it to lock onto a subject. And for me, for what I do specifically, it's not worth the 4K video. I rather try this Sky Rover out and see if that's going to be better for 4K vertical versus using the Mavic 4 Pro. That's just my thoughts on it. I just haven't had the best of experiences, and maybe that could be pre-release hardware that I'm using. I'm not sure, but either way, it's just not been an awesome experience with the Mavic 4 Pro. I still grab the Air 3S, and that's what I still recommend to almost anybody. I just got the Sky Rover X1 as well. They tell me they will have batteries available in September. That's awesome. I wish they had a RC2 for it, like with a built-in screen. It seems a little bit counterintuitive to go back to using a cell phone after using the RC2. That's my only bitch about the Sky Rover, is the fact that there's no screen. Here in Florida, my screen dims so fast on the iPhone 15 Pro. It just dims super fast. So my only fear is that I'm going to be butting up against that same issue. But I'll give it a go. It's going to be a good backup drone nonetheless, because there's really nothing else out there. Mini 5 Pro, I'm still working. Yeah, the Mini 5 Pro, if the Mini 5 Pro is capable of launching here in the US, that would be a slam dunk. I would buy the Mini 5 Pro. I'm going to be going to Japan in late October, early November. And if it releases by then and it's available over there, I am 100% buying it and bringing it back with me. Might be a risk to do it, but I am absolutely buying it and bringing it back with me, because otherwise I don't know if I'll get one. I got lucky and got a deal on a used Mavic 3 Pro Cine the week the 4 came. Spent $3,500 and you can't get the same drone used for less than $45. That's 100%. That's 100%. Like, I've contemplated the fact of, should I sell the Mavic 4 Pro or should I keep it? I mean, I'm probably going to keep it just because it's a drone that you probably will never get anywhere in the States, probably ever again. I mean, the 3 times lens is amazing on it. The 6.5 times lens, like, is bonkers on it. But just the slowness and the bugs that the drone exhibits is the only holdup for me. It flies like a sack of shit. It flies like a sack of shit. And I don't understand it, because the Mavic 3 Pro and the Mavic 3 was super fast and super nimble, and it was a drone that was like right out of the box. You just flew it and you were like, oh my God, this is amazing. Even the footage, when we first saw the footage out of the Mavic 3, I think a lot of people were like, oh my God, that's it. That's it. That's what I've been waiting for. But the Mavic 4 Pro, maybe it's because the footage is very similar. When I saw the Mavic 4 Pro footage, I was like, okay, yeah, it's great, but it's not like, oh my God, amazing. And the gimbal, the gimbal role was quickly, in my opinion, played out immediately. And at this point is sort of, I mean, obsolete now that Insta1 has launched their drone, which can do an infinite barrel roll, technically, if you really think about it. So, I don't know. That's just my thoughts on that. Speaking of Insta1 drone, some drone guy says, Jeremy asked, thoughts on the new Insta drone. Here's my honest thoughts on that drone. In my opinion, it's a Mini 4 Pro airframe with heavy modifications. What's weird is that none of the reviewers or really anybody touched on the transmission system, or really they all skirted around the fact that the goggles, even though the goggles have those screens, but nobody, the motion controller, how familiar it is to DJI, I don't know. It's a little suspect to me. And then when you read the disclaimer on things, they talk about how it was in partnership with third parties, but the third parties are not named. I feel like this was a collaboration with DJI. Like, they're like, hey, we want to contract you to build this aircraft and we need these specific things. I feel like there's just like, because there's just no way. I mean, unless if Caddx is behind it, which Caddx had close ties to DJI. I don't know. It smells like DJI. It sort of looks like DJI. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but it doesn't feel quite like anything we've seen before, but it does still feel familiar, if that makes sense. Hopefully that makes sense. That's just what I'm seeing. Yeah, the no reverse is stupid. It's a weird drone. It's a cool concept. It's a concept, right? But when you think about, hey, if I'm going to spend $1,000 or more on a drone, I want to know it can take amazing photos. I want to know that the video is not going to be super cumbersome to edit or work with. And when you think about 360 footage as a whole, it's super cumbersome to work with, right? It's cumbersome footage. It's like you have to reframe and key it and do all this bullshit. And at the end of the day, it still looks like 360 footage. If you look at all the footage, it still looked over processed, over HDR. There was just too much shit going on there for me to think that that drone would be even worth a purchase. I don't know. For me, for me, I'm out on that. And it's also weird how they really put it. See, and the other way I gauge a product release is whose hands they put it in. They really wanted to target the big douche tubers. They wanted to target the people that are going to be like, they're going to be Switzerland, right? They're not going to be controversial. They're not going to cause us. They're going to drink the Kool-Aid and say whatever the brand wants them to say. And that's exactly what happened. They said exactly what they wanted them to say. They didn't really deviate outside of those parameters that they were provided with. That's how you know. That's how you know that something's fishy. So here you go. DJI is using Insta360 software with the Osmo 360. Maybe it was a trade. I think that the two companies are much closer to one another than we know on the surface. There could be private equity investments in each firm. We don't know. And I don't want to make false claims or things that are not completely founded, but it is interesting. But we have seen collaborations between two competing companies before. They compete similar in a space, but differently in the space. DJI has always been touted as more of a professionals grade camera, while Insta1 has always been a little bit more of a friendly, average Joe consumer manufacturer. So maybe it's one of those things where it's different strokes for different folks. I'm not sure. Yes, and Insta1 did previously make the Sphere for, I think it was the Air 2 series. The Air 2 series, we had the Sphere, which was just garbage in my opinion. Shutter Speed said, got a 4 Pro, kind of agree. I hope 3x 3x and the zoom would have been more than 4K, but it had great flight time. However, 3,500 euro, yeah, that is a lot. Yeah, and that's the other thing too, is if you're using, and if you have a Mavic 4 Pro and you're filming in all eye, like 6K all eye, nothing will play it. Like you can't even edit that. Before I updated the Mac, I couldn't even I still can't really edit it. I made that mistake when I was doing my review. I was like, crap, I was filming in all eye and now I can't do anything with this footage. So that was a problem. I think they've somewhat corrected it, but I'm not 100% sure. I was complaining about that early on, and I don't think that was corrected. I see Brad's in the chat. Brad Austin, good to see you, man. Always good to see you. Quick says, I always thought Apple worked with them coding behind the scenes. I think the only time Apple really works with brands is if they're using ProRes. So like, for instance, DJI with the Mavic 3 Cine, they had to use ProRes. So they had to license that from Apple. So I'm sure if they had some issues, they would help them troubleshoot that codec. But when you're talking about all eye is different amongst camera manufacturers for the most part. Like Fuji all eye may be different than Sony's all eye, vice versa. So they don't have to work with them. I mean, they can provide them insights to help them make their codec work easier on certain platforms, but I don't think they have to work with them in that regard. I'm only about an hour from Brownsville, Tennessee right now. In Memphis, Minefield right up the road. When is Minefield? I had no idea that was even happening. Was it this weekend or is it happening? Is it happening this weekend? I'm so disconnected. I had no idea that was even a thing anymore. I literally totally have checked out of drone world for the most part. I feel like I haven't really, other than been keeping up with the news, I haven't been paying attention to like drone happenings or drone events. I was supposed to be going to commercial UAV this year, but I ended up pulling out. I'm still going to be in Vegas. I'm going to be in Vegas August 30th, 31st, and then I'm going to fly out in the morning on the 1st of September before commercial UAV even starts. So if you're in Las Vegas, the 30th, 31st, you want to grab a bite to eat or hang out, I'll be there. I'm not bringing any drones. We're going for a concert and we're coming right back. Minefield is this weekend. It's too hot to go out there. That's a hot place to go. And there's not a damn thing out there either. You're in the middle of Memphis and fucking nowhere, and there's nothing there. Like, most of the locals have more teeth than there's, hotels around there. I mean, it's just not a place where, I don't know. I don't think I could go. I can't go back to Minefield. That's a long ass drive for, just a hot ass weekend in humidity, man. That's a lot of humidity for me. Will I be going to Rhode Island? I will be at Rhode Island. I'm going to be at the Rigmug meetup. I'm going to be in Rhode Island because I like Rhode Island. There's something to see. There's something to fly. Mark Fisher's going to be there. And anytime I can see Mark, that's a great time. Plus, we're going to the Encore and there's probably going to be gambling. So, side note, there's that. But yeah, I'm going to be going to the Ridmug meetup. I'll be there. I fly in Thursday night. I'll fly in Thursday night, so I'll be around Friday, Saturday, fly out Sunday. So quick trip. 352 guy says, what was your big takeaway from the LA event? LA's event was amazing. I got to say, huge shout out to Brendan Hesu for putting on an amazing masterclass. Big thing is, like, you just don't realize how well people are doing in this industry. And then when you have everybody, like, the real estate side of life is absolutely wild. And it's really cool to see the different things that people are doing in the space that you didn't think of or you didn't think to implement. It definitely came at a really good time to be in LA. And then when coming back, like, I was already in a mindset of hustle when I came back home. So I was pretty stoked. Yeah, so I went to LA. We did this whole masterclass. I put on a presentation. I think that presentation is going to be going live like some point this week. I know they were editing it. We talked about scaling and stuff. It was sort of an ironic. H4 says complaining about humidity. Yeah, but like, there's scenery and humidity here. Brownsville, Tennessee has no fucking scenery. Tampa has scenery, water, and there's things to do. You go to Brownsville, Tennessee, what the hell's there to do? There's nothing to do in Brownsville, Tennessee. I can complain about the humidity, but I don't complain about Tampa's humidity because I'm by the water. It's really not that bad when you're by the water. I can't think of a day I complain it's hot as shit, but I don't complain about the humidity here because it really doesn't bother me that bad. It's just hot, but it doesn't bother me. I mean, because you're by the water, so you get sea breeze. I mean, it's really not, like, outside right now, it's not bad. But like Brownsville, you're up there center state. There's no water. There's no breeze. That's hot, man. There's meth. Yeah, exactly. I've had enough bullshit with meth heads. Had enough of that. So we're not doing that anymore. That's for sure. We've learned our lesson with people. Yeah, the Panhandle's hot, man. The Panhandle's hot, but the Panhandle's, at least you're by the water for the most part. I mean, unless you're not near the coast, then it's a different story. Lon's in the chat. Hi, Lon. How are you? Good to see you. Mr. Lon Denard. Lon is so graciously decided that he called Billy and I. He said, we really want you to go to the Ridmug meetup. We want you to go out. He goes, I decided that I'm going to pay for the hotel. We're going to stay at the Encore. The room's on Lon. And he's like, the first night dinner is on him too, he said, which is amazing because he's never really done that before. But he was like, I insist. I want to take you to dinner and you can have as many of those blueberry lemonades as you want it. And I was like, dude, that's amazing. You're a nice guy, Lon. You're a really nice guy. Appreciate that. Yes, to clarify, we're not doing that. We're just not hiring people that have done that anymore. We're not hiring. That's what I'm saying is we're not going down that rabbit hole. We're not doing that. Because your problems aren't my problems. That's what we say. So, yeah, I digress. Are you going to interfere with signals, Wallace Lon? No. So, no, because he's going to be on OcuSync 4. I'll be on OcuSync 4, Eddie, and it's going to be perfectly fine. I'll never forget this. This is funny. We go, where were we at? We were in Margate. We were just down the road from Atlantic City. We're flying the beach. It was last summer, I think it was. We went on a trip with Lon. We stayed at deluxe accommodations at the Showboat, which used to be a casino. I take off. I'm flying. I think I'm flying the Mini 4 Pro. Lon's flying his Mavic 3. He's on OcuSync 3. I'm on OcuSync 4. And Lon disconnects. He proceeds to throw an absolute tantrum about me being too close to him while he's flying. And I swear, I'm not even joking you. Him and I were like, he got his drone back. Everything was fine. He got the drone back. We apologized. I think he bought me a hot dog, and it was good. Lon and I didn't get into another argument until November. It was November. I'll never forget this. We went to, where did we go, Lon? Where did we go? We went, let me call him because I could be getting the story screwed up here, but I'm pretty sure I'll call him. I'm going to call him. I don't want to not call him.
Are you on some kind of delay? How the hell are you calling me while you're live streaming?
I'm calling you.
Oh, during the live stream?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, no, because no, there's no delay, but I wanted to ask you because I vividly remember this. We were in Margate, we were flying near Lucy the elephant.
Right.
You disconnected and you threw a tantrum.
Right.
Right. And what was your reasoning for throwing a tantrum?
What was my reasoning for throwing a tantrum? Because I kept moving away. You were flying and it was interfering with my signal.
But so I sat in one spot. I wasn't following you though.
Dude, you came up behind me like it was at least twice.
Well, when
I want to say 3 times, so I'm going to give you twice.
Okay, but when I fly, you ever like sometimes you just don't like flying alone and you want to have a conversation with somebody, so you're like trying to stay close. Maybe that's what I was doing. I don't think I was doing it negligently though.
I kept telling you. I kept saying literally.
But sometimes I'm incoherent though. I don't hear things the first few times. You gotta specifically say, "Hey Ken, I think I'm disconnecting because you're close to me. I'm not sure, but I think I'm disconnecting." You didn't approach it like that. You approached it a little bit more hastily.
No, I think initially I just moved away. I just quietly moved away the first time.
But you did it with an attitude though, because you gave me a side eye. So you gave me an attitude first, and then you moved away. I just wanted to clarify. And furthermore, but that was quickly resolved. We were over that argument after we landed. We had hot dogs. Life was great. I think we went and ate somewhere, and we didn't talk about the issue again.
Nope.
No, we didn't talk about the issue again.
We get in fights all the time. So
yeah, because we got the other fight. We got into a fight at in Vegas. After
that was all you, brother.
Yeah, I was drunk. That was drunk.
That was you. That was 100% you.
Yeah, that was me. I own that one. But I'm just letting you. Okay, I just wanted to make sure it wasn't fuzzy. So, but you did throw a tantrum. That's all I was making sure.
Yeah,
I
lost my cool.
Okay. Okay. Well, there you go. See, that was.
I'm not infallible.
You're not what? You're not what?
Infallible. I'm not perfect. I lost my cool.
Okay.
I admit it.
All right. Well, thanks for the chat. I appreciate you.
No problem, buddy.
Bye. I mean, I'm glad he owned it. I mean, he lost his cool. I mean, sometimes that happens though. But that was a weird situation though. I thought honestly, I understand why he was upset. Drone disconnects. You got kites and paragliders all over the place. I mean, that could have been ugly. Maybe. The beach was packed. That could have been ugly. Oh boy. Oh, we got 51 drones. Russell's in the chat. What do we got for Russell? What we got? Yeah. Uh-huh. For Russell. No one needs the 108. The 108's a weird thing. Here's the thing. I think, if you're operating, you're making money right now, I don't know if you need a 108. I don't know if you need a 108. And sometimes progressing things will restrict you from doing other things, I've noticed. So we got to learn more about that. I'm going to keep hassling you and BK to let a Citrus County boy know when y'all come back out to Ogden, Utah for some professional development. Y'all coming out the major again? I mean, we may be out there, man. I mean, I may be out there sooner rather than later. I love Utah. Billy, I thought Billy was just out there. I don't know. Haven't talked to him in a minute, but I think he was just out there. Who else has watched but hasn't chimed in? Who knows, man? Russ doesn't lurk. Russ can't lurk. He's too big to lurk. He likes to, he's got to flex his 51 muscles. He loves to come in and peacock. He's over there peacocking. Russell over there, the 51 drones, the old peacock fucking guy. Peacock. Brad says, I fly drones now full-time for a power company. Dude, that's amazing. That is awesome. And they're letting you, okay, so you're using the Enterprise, Mavic 3 Enterprise, M350. So it's cool to see that they still allow you to operate DJI aircrafts, because here in Florida, they have this whole blue UAS and green UAS initiative, and it's been an absolute mess. They're not allowing us to operate DJI aircrafts here in Florida, which sort of sucks. Russ is leveraging his pizza oven as we speak. Did he get a pizza oven? I check into the group chat once a day. I must have missed that. Has anybody plugged into the DJI app yet talking about the mini clone? No, see, in my experience, like with the Spectre drone, everything was different. If you tried to connect it to another RC or anything, it would not function. Now, with that being said, it's going to be interesting if the Sky Rover allows me to connect to the Spectre RC. That will be interesting to see if that works, because I have a Spectre RC. I haven't powered it up. I haven't updated it in forever. But it would be interesting to see if it allows us to connect that drone to that RC. That'll be interesting to see. Maybe that will work. So I don't know. Freaking Lon. Lon, why you gotta bust Russ's balls, dude? He comes in here, nice guy from one of the Dakotas, real polite like, and you're over here busting his balls about cock and stuff. Come on, Lon. Show some respect. Guy's one of the OGs in the drone tube space. You're over here busting his balls with that. Come on, show some respect. This may be a 3-beer night. Maybe a 3-beer night. Yeah, if he put out some content, maybe he'd probably make. Dude, this is the soft launch. Content is coming, man. Content is coming. I gotta tell you, trying to film, like, sometimes, here's the problem with filming for YouTube as of recent. It fucking drains my soul to do it, because what happens is I get done working all day, filming, working with clients, and working with clients sometimes will just kill you, because they just fucking mentally warp you, because some clients are just more of a pain in the ass than other clients. And then you have all the challenges of all these problems that aren't your problem throughout the day, that you just sometimes what I want to do is be just like I am here on YouTube and just be like, fuck you, fuck your problem. That's not my problem. And just what I would like to do is just choke them. Like, just like that. Don't care. But then the other part of me is like, well, we still need to make some money, so we can't choke this person today. You have people that you have to pay, so you have to be an adult. but the bigger part of me doesn't want to be an adult. I don't want to do that. So my thought process is, if we get this going back up, we get the steady flow of content and things are happening, maybe I can start telling these people to fuck off, and I'll just have to film it because that'll be more entertaining. And I can show you how to ruin a 6-figure business in less than, give me a month. Give me a month. That's all I have to do. I'll run that shit right into the ground. Boom. Torpedo, baby. Torpedo. Well, I'm not saying we're not going to be nice. We're going to be nice. We're just like, it's a bucket list item. Like if we win the lottery or something, like we can just be like an asshole to everybody. Just, that's all we want to do. But like a nice asshole. I don't think that made sense. Damn. What's up, man? You did a reel with virtual staging in the video. Can't find it on your Instagram. Swear I've seen it. No, it should be there. I've done a few of them. It was done with a guy named Matt. It's probably been a while. I mean, our Instagram, my goodness, I swear we've done fuck this, my client, my buddy. It's been, gosh, that's been some months ago. How many posts? Well, we have 542 posts on that page. So trying to find that video, it's been, gosh, that had to be some months ago. I could probably find it. I could tell you exactly what video it is. It was like sort of a blue reel. It had AI voiceover. I've done it a few times actually, but dude, we post like 2 to 3 videos a week. So it's really, really hard to try to find something once it gets buried all the way to the bottom. I want to say, man, I've gone back like 30, 40 reels already and I don't see it. Shit, that's way back there now. There was another one that I did, but I don't think it was as impressive, but where the hell did that one go? I know that was with Matt. I just don't know where. Huh. Sometimes too, what I notice is sometimes like audio. Oh, here it is. It's I challenge you to, yeah, 500 square. It was done. Man, that was over a year and a half ago. It's still there. It's just the thumbnail's not really super catchy, but it's there. Real estate has slowed down a little bit out here. What do you think's the best client acquisition strategy to run out to try and kickstart it up again? I mean, it's tough to say. I mean, we haven't personally slowed down. The market has slowed down, but we haven't slowed down. You can try cold calling. I've never been one personally for cold calling, but you can do cold calling. You can offer like discounted rates on services or, try to figure out their deficiencies. Quite honestly, we switched mostly to doing social media marketing, where we're not really doing 100% real estate. We do a handful of clients where we are working predominantly with just social media marketing that has nothing to do with real estate. And honestly, that's been a nice little reset because those are the people that I want to work with. Those are the people that I like dealing with. And you already know what you're doing. You show up each month for the most part, and you're just trying to grow their socials and their brand visibility. So I would offer stuff like that, but cold calling is still the best. There are some CRM programs that you can do. You can also try to do just like follow-up calls with your existing clients, like just call them and just see how they're doing and just try to, thank them for their business type of thing. Those work really well where you're not even reaching out to new clients. You're just trying to recertify existing clients. That actually works really well as that. And we've done that. We've reached out to clients just to thank them or, see how they're doing, that type of thing. Those are things that work really well for existing client bases. Hey, how do you hand catch drones at speed? Honestly, when I first started hand catching drones, I was stupid. I didn't realize how expensive this shit was. And I just started full speed, I used to play baseball and I was always a right-handed catcher, or I would catch sometimes left-handed. I would throw with my left hand, catch with my right. And I don't know, man. It was just, I was on a boat one day and I'm like, shit, we don't have a net. And I'm like, oh, I have an idea. Let me turn the drone sideways. And I'm like, I'm going to floor it. And then right before it gets to me, I'm going to break it and cause the drone to come up like this. It's really about the drone comes up like this. And what that does is it pushes the props away from you and makes it really easy to grab it. And it's not even that I'm catching it. What I'm doing is I'm just grabbing it out of the air once I see it. It looks like I'm catching it, but I'm actually grabbing it and flipping it upside down. It's not that I'm catching it. It looks like it because it happens quick, but I'm actually grabbing it out of the air. It's when it flips on its side that I do that. Sort of an illusion. Am I still 3D printing? Yes, we are still 3D printing. The 3D print store is still operational. We have scaled back to only the US. We're not shipping externally anymore. We had too many issues. Like people would be like, oh, we didn't get it, or we have this. We spent more money in bullshit than we actually ship. So I killed off international. If somebody that I know wants something, we will ship it internationally if we know them and they're already vetted. For my friends, I will still ship internationally, but anybody else, no. Let's see. Trying to catch up on this content. Trying to catch up on this. Are you sponsored by Melon or something? I wasn't feeling $80 for a cap. Love them though. I did get a deal with them. So, I mean, I have a couple of them that they sent to me to try. For me, they work well because most problems I've had with hats in the past was they absorbed water. These actually act sort of like a Wiccan shirt where they don't really retain the sweat. They don't smell like shit after like a few weeks worth of use. But yeah, so I do have a deal with them. But they sent me like 4 or 5 different hats so I can match up stuff. But they are an amazing brand. And I just like that they don't smell after a period of time. It's the material. Good material. When you flip the drone upside down, most of them have an automatic turn off. Yeah, once a drone is flipped upside down, it's going to completely turn off the props. At least that's how it is with DJI, so it makes it pretty safe. Still recovering from surgery. Doctors removed 97 pounds of growth. I'm going to have 2 wound vacs attached to... Wow. Hopefully you have a swift recovery there, Ken. That sounds painful. See, I think that's all the questions that I got. No, I'm not going to Minefield. You missed that, Philip. I'm not, no. I haven't gotten to Minefield in the last 2 Minefields. I haven't gone. I'm really scaling back on how many events that I go to, meetups and things like that. I'll go to the Southwest Florida drone meetup because it's my backyard. I'm going to the Rhode Island drone meetup. I love Rhode Island. I mean, you couldn't keep me away from there, but I'm not going to be in Minefield because that's a long ass drive. I mean, I could. How would I do it though? I could drive there. I could do that, but I shouldn't. I should, but I don't. I don't think I should. It's one of those situations. Let's see. Need a hookup. They're expensive. Yeah, they are, but like all you need is one typically. If I get more, I'll probably do, maybe I'll do a giveaway on them. But I mean, to full disclosure, there was a handful of them. I bought some before. So that's how they got linked up with me to begin with. The Shat Show. All right, so looks like a handful of you guys going out to the meetup out there. That should be a good time for you guys. It's just too hot. Not to mention, man, I have not messed with any of my FPV quads in forever. I don't even know what's linked up. I need to probably go through half of my quads and figure out what's working, what's not working. I'm still like, I'm 50-50. Some of them are running 04. Some of them are still running 03. It's a shit show. I could drive out there. I could, but man, would it put me behind. It would put me behind driving out to Tennessee, and my wife would be pissed because I worked the past 4.5 weekends since getting back from LA. I have been working, and she would not be thrilled. She would definitely not be thrilled with me. My assistant would probably put her foot up my ass if I decided to drive to Tennessee, no doubt. Daniel Lowry says, back to Altel? No, not going to Altel. Altel's not really doing anything. Altel hasn't even produced any new real aircrafts here for the States. They have a couple of commercial applications, but that's about it. That's about all they have. I still, it's funny. I still have the Enterprise. I need to boot that up. I probably should charge it. I have the Enterprise, the thermal. I haven't really done much with it since I got it, other than I did an unboxing. I need to see if it got any better, because the latency on that drone, oh my gosh, the latency was the worst I've ever seen. There you go. 100% no. I am definitely not going to Minefield, even though I did consider it. I mean, it was a possibility. Can't rule it out. It's a quick trip, drive up, drive back. Really? No? Okay. So is that Sky Rover worth it? I will let you know in about 3 to 4. I'll let you know next week when it arrives. Next time you're in LA, let me know. I'll show you around some of my favorite places to fly. I didn't know you were in LA, the LA area. I got to tell you, LA is such a weird place. It's a weird place. It's so dystopian. It really is. You can be like in the fanciest of restaurants, walk out to go to your car, and there's like a homeless camp right next to this Michelin 5-star restaurant. Wild, just wild. And you're driving down the road and you have nice houses, and boom, ghetto. It is a wild place. It is a wild place. That is some crazy shit out there. And I got to tell you, holy shit, the traffic is out of control. Since going to LA, I'll never complain about traffic ever in my entire life. That is the worst traffic that I've ever had a chance to experience. Even though it was bad, it did feel like it moved. It still feel like it moved, but man, it makes you scary. When you're in a rental car, people are like right on your bumper. Yeah. I'll show you areas that are less homeless. Yeah, I mean, I should have flew more than I did when I was out there. I mean, I got a good amount of flying. It was sketchy, like where we were. We stayed, where did I stay? I stayed in Monteverde. I was over in Monteverde, so like I was like not near downtown essentially, but where we had the event was like in the art district or the fashion. We were in the fashion district. So we were in the fashion district, and it was so weird. Like everything shut down by 4:30. All the stores were completely shut down. It was the most wild thing that I've ever seen. It was just really strange. What's up with you, Billy and Eddie, getting Teslas, bro? Thoughts on them? I love it. It's an amazing car. I mean, I think it's an amazing car. But when you drive as much as we do, like Billy drives just as much as I do. I probably do 300 miles a day. So when you're putting almost 300 miles a day on a car to save that money back in gas, like put it this way, I charged it for a full month. My electric bill was only $269, and that's in summertime. My bill's usually like $175, so it did a little bit to it, but it still beat spending over, $800-900 in gas. So that definitely, I mean, Billy, preached about it, and I just bit the bullet. So I blame him for it. I know Apex does more vertical than horizontal, but what do you enjoy filming more? Honestly, I like doing horizontal. I mean, obviously, I think most videographers enjoy filming horizontal because there's more that we can do within the frame. Like today, I have a client, she only does horizontal videos. So today, I worked with her twice this week so far, and we filmed another horizontal video, and I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. I miss doing this, but I almost have to retool my mind on how to film for horizontal videos versus vertical. I film so much vertical, it's unbelievable. We do about 60 reels a month, which is pretty wild. That's pretty wild. That's a lot of reels. That's a lot of filming. You do about 300 miles a month combined. Yeah, I wish I did that. The other thing is I wrapped the Tesla, and I swear to God, so it's sort of stupid. I wrapped it. I used the cheaper wrap, and I started getting like tears, like really bad, like road trips. So I said to myself, okay, I'll wrap it. I'll use the 3M wrap this time. It didn't matter. I'm still getting road chips. So I'm just like, fuck it. I don't care at this point. If the hood gets a beating, then I'll just rewrap the hood eventually. But it seems like that's going to be an endless battle no matter what. I feel like it's crazy. Fernando says traffic is the worst here in LA. He hates it. Yeah, I agree. I'm with you on that, man. I see Barkley is in the chat. Random, I never mentioned this before, but I live in a town in Apex, North Carolina. So when I see your logo, I always remember that. That's awesome. Yeah, we're going to be I'm going to be doing some rebranding. We're redesigning the logo because I want something a little more modern, a little flatter. So I actually got with my designer, we're going to completely revamp the logo. So I'm going to be stoked to do that. I want to get a refresh. It's time to do a refresh. So I'm going to be doing that next. The Chat Show. Cracks me up every time I see that. All right. So we got 9:49 Eastern time. I think we'll go ahead and we'll call it a show. That's a good first show back. I felt like that's pretty good. 49 minutes in, that works. I downed just about 2 beers. I feel like that's a win. I feel like we'll be back. We'll be back next week. We'll schedule this. I'm going to schedule this in advance, so I'm going to hold myself accountable to being back here next Wednesday, 9 p.m. Same time, same place. Johnny Drone Flyer, I'm doing well. How are you? So we will be back next week, same time, same place. All the things. Next Wednesday night, we're gonna be back. Maybe we'll have to bring a guest. Maybe I can convince Eddie. Maybe if Eddie can take a breather from his very busy life to jump on one more time, Eddie. Just one more time, just for old time's sake. Feel it. Just the tip, Eddie. Just the tip. All right. Have a beer. Enjoy the night, fellas and ladies. One lady, singular. Bye.
Maybe I'll just get out my head and focus on what I know's coming. Yeah. Cause I can't fall asleep at night without seeing my dreams. Delusion and reality, I'm somewhere in between. These voices in my head get loud and they keep telling me that I'm a fool for trusting in these wings. But maybe, baby, this what flying feels like. Maybe, baby, this what flying feels like. Maybe, baby, this what flying feels like.
Good morning. I know I agreed to yesterday against my better judgment, and I completely regret it now. Looking at these pictures, please don't ever send Redacted to shoot another home for me again. Don't do it. Don't ever do it. Redacted. Fucking twat.